Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, I want to start by apologizing for the goofed up audio for the past, for like the 4 episodes before now. Um, that sure is a thing that happened. Unfortunately, I have checked the recordings and it is not to be recovered. So, we're just gonna kind of have to go on from here. So my apologies for that. It is what it is. So we got a few more conquests to do in Germany, and here are the ones. I want to snag. What country is this? Gotta back out. Schaumburg-Lippe. I gotta grab Waldeck, Hesse. It's Hesse-Kassel, right? Come on. Frankfurt. That's Frankfurt. This is Hesse-Kassel. I do want to try to get Hesse-Kassel. And Hesse-Kassel. I think that's probably as far as we'll go. I just want to snag all of like a big set of countries here so that I can make myself a nice rock solid confederation of the Rhine. So I got 39 infamy, so let's see who we can snag now. I think Hesse-Kassel might be my next target. Russia likely to step in, but I don't think they're going to be able to. Prussia unlikely to step in. Belgium likely to step in. So yeah, I ain't worried about that. Saxe-Meiningen doesn't really matter to me. The Danes, they'll live with themselves. So let's get going here. Once again, I'm going to simply mobilize one army and place them on the border. It's not going to be a complicated situation. Interest is going down. I've got unrealized taxes. That's probably from the king's expensive tastes. Yes, it is indeed. How curious. It's so funny to me that my fella is his own heir, but you know, it's gonna be wild, friends. Baking powder. That's excellent. I am going to enable baking powder fast. No, shut up. You're gonna be more profitable. You just don't know it yet. We're gonna produce so many groceries. Let's see how many groceries we can sell on the international market. Do I subvene groceries? Maybe I do. Let's do it. Let's do it. We want these buildings to be nice and profitable. Liquor. We're actually importing liquor, which is wild to me. Perhaps we'll be doing better with patent stills. We will be. All right, beautiful. Now we're making a ton of groceries. A ton of groceries and a ton of liquor, and it's all good all the time. Let's grab liquor. Where's liquor? And we'll take the export tariff off of it at least. I'm not going to subvene it. I don't think that's useful. No one is stopping me from snagging Hesse-Kassel. So that'll allow me to go down here and grab all these other wee countries. And these ones as well in good enough time. Ooh, the petite bourgeoisie are happy once again. They've finally gotten over my my refusing to do the thing they asked me to do. I don't even remember what it was. Strange. But it is what it is. So how long until we're done with this debt entirely? Not long now. Let me see. We're gaining about 150k, so that's 6 weeks for 1 million. So yeah, it's only going to be like a year until we're completely done with taxation. Sorry, until we're completely done with sovereign debt, at least for the moment. We will start building stuff again pretty soon. In fact, maybe it's now time for me to start building stuff. Once again. Württemberg is low in Liberty Desire. I could turn Württemberg into a subject, but I don't need to. I don't need to because of this plan of creating a Rhineland Federation. La Confédération du Rhin. And that is what I'm going to do. Beautiful. So that's Hesse-Kassel taken. What about Hesse? How much is it going to take for you? 9.2 infamy. So I got to chill a bit before I can go there. Because I want to be able to have them have low enough Liberty Desire that I can march across them to snag Frankfurt without a problem. So, Great Britain. You want Gambia in exchange for Rift Valley. Wow. That's an interesting offer. So what's... Population of French Gambia is only 350,000. Fishing wharves, sugar, but no other special resources. Rift Valley, on the other hand, you're offering to give me... has dyes, tea, sugar, tobacco. Population about the same. You know what? I think this is a good offer for me. And it's got coal. Yeah. That's a good offer. I accept. You can have a little extra chunk of Gambia. Perhaps I will take Gambia soon. And I'm colonizing in all the places. Okay, so now I could colonize this way. So let's take a look at these states. Okay, these are all severe malarial areas. So that's not going to be useful for me. But it's an interesting idea. Certainly an interesting idea. Now, I'm going to take another run at purchasing that territory from the Danes that I tried to get the other day. Let's make ourselves a treaty. I want Danish Togo and Danish Niger Delta. I'm prepared to give a guarantee of independence, so they don't have to defend me, so that's even better. Trade privileges. I don't want to give military assistance because that's expensive. I'm fine with them having investment rights. And then cash transfer. Wow, it's going to be hard to cover it with cash. Could owe an obligation, they'd be very happy with that. And then maybe a little bit of cash. Just to seal the deal here. Let's do a nice even 5,000. 77% chance. Let's see if they say yes. Excellent. Wonderful. Slowly but surely, we're consolidating our territory in Africa. I can take Messina, but I don't want to spend the infamy while I'm working on things that will cost me even more infamy in Western Europe. Obviously, my relations with many of these states are not good. And I forgot to start improving relations with Hesse-Kassel, so I'm going to work on that now. They are thoroughly entangled with our economy, but the bad relations in my infamy are making it difficult to get them down in Liberty Desire, which makes sense. Nassau I am also improving relations with. So, you know, it's going to be a slow process. Because I don't want to get above 50 infamy, because that's Mistakesville right there. Second Corps is quite low in command. Let's grab this Democrat aligned with the Petite Bourgeoisie. Let's grab this Democrat aligned with the armed forces. And let's hope there's never a civil war over democracy in my country, because, whoo-hoo, is that army going to align with the Democrats if we do that? That's why the Petite Bourgeoisie are so happy, because they're part of the Anti-Prussian Association, and I just fought a war with Prussia, and they're very pleased about that. So, I think at this point I can start constructing things again. So let's see what our market needs. Wow. Still pretty low in groceries overall, which is interesting. What about liquor? Hey, stop zooming in. I'm trying to scroll this other thing. Yeah, we're doing okay in liquor, which is curious. Maybe I'll throw in a maybe I'll increase import tariffs. But I think it'll be fine. That's quite curious. Let's drop back. Let's modify the ammunition market, and let's go ahead and increase the size of the munitions plants. Do I have these set to privatizing? I'm not. So hopefully they will not privatize, and then they will simply flex upward in productivity when the time is needed for them to do so. We'll build another set of munitions plants in Normandy. We've got explosives here. We don't have lead, but we've got explosives. So, you know, that it could be better, but it's all right. It's pretty all right. Steel mill's still trying to hire. That's a little bit of a shock. Certainly would not be more productive under water tube boiler, at least not for now. What else? What else? I need more... I need dyes. I need dye plantations. Let's work on that. Furniture manufacturing. Where am I... Where do I need to rework my furniture manufacturers? Ah, Westphalie. Excellent. Almost said it a different way. So, probably should have guessed that. Let's reset production methods over there. Westphalia will be a functioning economy. Are you short on market access or something? No, you're not. Alright. You're just salty. You have starvation. I'm curious. Because your rye farms are unprofitable. Quite curious. They would be more profitable if you produced apples and used harvesting tools, so let's do it. Would you be more profitable with potatoes? Yes, by a little. So let's go that way. Oh, and soil enriching farming. Wait, hold on. Hold on. With soil enriching farming, are you doing any better? Doesn't look like it. Are you in a population crunch? You're not. You're not. It's just silliness. That's all it is. It's just silliness. Let's build up a few more rye farms just to provide food supply and... Well, wait. Before we do that, are we still having starvation here? Still a little bit. I don't think we need 3 more levels of rye farms. Let's only produce 2. Now, dyes. Where can I build dye plantations? Locust swarm in Western Sahara. Tragic. Alright. Guinea. Windward Coast. Ivory Coast. French Volta. French Togo. French Niger Delta. Nord Cameroon. And Sud Cameroon. No, that's Spanish South Cameroon. I'm like, I can build there. And what about Kenya? Yeah, let's build a little bit of dye, industry in Kenya as well. Lost another general to age, so let's pull in someone new. This guy's a legitimist and he's reckless. Alright, we don't want that. This guy's a market liberal. Weaker landowners would be nice for me. Can't get that yet. We'll grab this armed forces guy. I've got the armed forces in the government, right? Yes, I surely do. And I have fallen taxes back to medium. This is very good. Nuer, diplomatic play against me. Where is that? That's over here. We'll grab the Army of East Africa. I need to rename this army the Army of East Africa. Now, why are we so low in legitimacy? Oh, because you're an Orleanist. This is quite curious. Why is this such a low legitimacy government now? Ideological incompatibility minus 35. What's gone wrong with you? Governance principles, distro power, internal security, policing, free speech. Interesting. If I pulled in a modernizer, would that be better? Oh, because we got our freaking radical in charge of the industrialists again. Gosh dang it. Mr. Malbois, get out of here. No. Can't do that anyway. Oh, what a tragedy. Stop that. The engines of progress. The manufacture of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Normandy, thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across the new French railway lines. All aboard for Marseille, courtesy of the good folks at the Rouen Steam Locomotive Company. Getting out of Lyon has never been easier. The dining car is restricted to first-class passengers only. Stowaways will be prosecuted. All aboard. Extra railway throughput for the entire kingdom for 5 years. More engines, more locomotives, extra motor industries throughput, or we're on track for innovation, extra progress on steel railway cars. I'm going to do that third one. I love staying ahead on tech. Speaking of which, I am... Oh, that puts me at almost done with steel railway cars. Haha! Good for me. Oh, I'm so smart. I'm good at video games. I think I need to improve the amount of lead I'm outputting because it's making my munitions plants unprofitable to not have sufficient lead. So, where can we increase these? Let's do a couple in Algiers, a couple in Lorraine, and a couple in Rhône. We're fairly doubling it, but, you know, it's worth it, I think. We're already doing harvesting tools for a lot of our agricultural industries. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. I'll support our tooling industries for one thing. These glassworks be more productive if they start making bone china. I don't think so, because porcelain is much cheaper than glass, I think. Yeah, I think that's the way of it. I think they think they'll be more profitable, but they will not. Exile, very cool. Alright, just taking a quick look at my companies. Looks like we're doing very, very well. Lots of assets in lots of different countries. Dolphus Meek, etc. Same situation. Feeling very good about that. Got a very small gold reserve. And there's steel railway cars. So let's go ahead and upgrade the production methods of our railways now. There's the war with Nuer. Not particularly worried about that. Where are they? I know they're around here somewhere. Here we are. Steam trains. And steel passenger carriages. Excellent. So that should increase the prices of coal and steel. Lead is only growing more expensive. So let's go ahead and throw the lead mines, at least a few of them, at the top of the queue. We'll finish out these other dye plantations just to get things going in a reasonable manner. Wow, Algiers is having a little bit of a hard time. Alright, so we're at below 41 infamy, which means I already did Hesse-Kassel, now I can do Hesse proper. I can't hit Hesse proper, because they're in a radical revolt. And that needs to be dealt with before I can go anywhere. Hey, Hesse. I'm going to ask for an obligation. Lost another general. Alright, let's see if that helps us handle this situation. Which army did I lose a general out of? The Army of East Africa, clearly. Let me see. Ooh, we got a trade unions guy, or a reformer. Let's throw him in command. Nice. Army of Africa also needs another guy. We got a rural folk guy here. Well, we also have a market liberal aligned with the landowners. I'm going to go for him. Better a market liberal than a legitimist. Anyway, hopefully we'll be able to knock out this war real fast, and then I can just not worry about it. Not worry about any further wars, and I can just take Hesse so that I can have all of that territory. After that, it's Waldeck and then these other two small countries, and then I should be good to go. Once again, no one wants to get involved. We're short on ammunition, but I thought I just built a bunch more munitions plants. What is going on with my munitions plants? Mecklenburg-Strelitz backs down. Curious, not really sure I need to worry about that. Ones in Ile-de-France are failing to hire. Yeah, they're just expensive because of the lead. That's tragic. Same with the ones in Normandy, and there's going to be ones in Alsace-Lorraine, and they're going to have the same problem. Gosh darn it. Gosh, and I cannot emphasize this enough, darn it. So after we finish out this war, you're on an attack, right? Yes, you are. You're on attack, and you're very old. Let's grab someone new. Petit bourgeois defensive strategist? Heck yes. Man, wasn't even paying attention. How much occupation we got? 80% occupation. This battle should get us the rest of the way there. And sure it did. So Hesse, my friends. Let's draft a treaty. Okay, so it seems like you can't get a protectorate with a treaty, which is a shame. A crying shame. So if I ask you for a protectorate, will anyone step in? Seems like probably not. USA might threaten to, but again, no one's going to be able to get here because of because I control all the borders. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. If I hit conquer, oh no way that's going to work. This should be good. Great Britain might step in, but again, I don't think that's really going to matter. Colonization of Ivory Coast completed. Excellent. And we'll send the Third Corps back in here to complete the subjugation of the country. Happily, we've been improving relations a little bit, so things aren't quite completely out of hand in terms of our relationship with the country. I've got a little bit of influence. I'm not improving relations yet with these other countries. I'm going to start doing that. Again, in preparation for, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it all the way. That's okay. That's okay. These things happen. So we're building these dye plantations. We built the lead mines. Are the lead mines... Lead mines are making lead significantly more affordable. And what's that doing to our munitions industry? Munitions plants are still having a hard time hiring. How do I deal with this? Do I genuinely need to just subsidize them? I think maybe the answer is yes. This is so weird. Can't do... I need rotary valve engine. I think that's going to make them a lot more productive. What am I currently working on? I'm currently working on vacuum canning. After that, it's... I need No, actually, you know what? I need dynamite first, vacuum canning after, rotary valve engine, and then reinforced concrete. That's going to be good. That's going to be sensible. I got another round of lead mines and construction now. What else do I need? Oh, Ottoman Empire. What do you want? You want a bunch of fertilizer? Would you like to pay money for it? Something like that? As would be sensible. You are simply asking for a pile of fertilizer. Fertilizer is reasonably affordable. So 27, you want, so that'd be 1350. 1350 fertilizer per, yeah, 1350. Give me money. Give me the money. They really didn't want it that much, huh? I'll send the proposal just to be catty. Okay, so what else? We're dominating the international market for clothes and furniture, which is very good. How much are we paying in welfare now? Only 10k. That's pretty good. I need to continue to build in the locations where I've got high unemployment. So let's take a quick look. Guyenne and Poitou-Saintonge needs an industrial buildup. Let's go ahead and build a huge block of tooling workshops here. And that'll be nice. Anything else that'd be good to build? Not really. Not yet, at least. How's the price of paper? Paper's still reasonably expensive, so I could build up another block of paper mills. And I think that's what I'm going to do. 5, 5, 5, and 5. That'll be nice. Here's our war in Hesse kicking off. 2 arms. Now, I've already gotten Nassau. I haven't gotten Waldeck yet. Oh. Yeah, I know. I know, Ottoman Empire. Let's take a look at this battle, make sure we're winning. We sure are. So after this, it's Waldeck, Schaumburg, Lippe, and Lippe, and then we'll go ahead and form our Confederation of the Rhine. And that will be nice. How much of Hesse have we got? 52%? Cool. Won't be long now. A good vintage. The wine produced in Savoy has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. When people say that something ages like wine, they don't always make the distinction between wine and wine. So let me make that distinction. If you can get your hands on a bottle from Savoy, that bottle can be more than just a good time. It can be an investment. Make this an exclusive product for export, extra prestige, or increase production to meet the booming demands. 50% building output. So, where's wine in terms of our in terms of prices? Wine is... We're actually importing wine for some unfathomable freaking reason. I'm going to cut export tariffs. That's not going to help with that. But yeah, let's increase production. I almost never do that. Do a promotion. The armed forces demand the promotion of Brigadier General François Achille Bezen, touting his history of loyal and effective service. He's a Bonapartist aligned with the armed forces. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath. But it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on de Talleyrand-Périgord's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. Their rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last, he would have his due. He's earned it. He's promoted. Extra happiness for the armed forces, or they will not force their hand. They get mad and he gets less popular. I'm going to do it. This is a hack for infinite armed forces popularity, and I am going to continue to do it. So, that having been said, just quickly, I think this war is going to be done real soon. Beautiful. Alright, that's the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.